Hi. Thank you for being interested in Quest Portal. My name is Tina, and I just wanted to show you around the platform a little bit today. And actually, if you have any feedback for us, we have an active Discord community, and we're constantly aiming to make the product better and add things in. So please come and join and tell us what you think. But today, I just want to show you around the platform a bit and what you can do. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to start by showing you all the free things that come at Quest Portal and the features and things that you can use to create your campaign and play. And then I'm gonna also tell you about the assistant that comes with Quest Portal Pro, the avatar generator, and then we will talk a little bit about Chaosium Core, which is like Call of Cthulhu, and soon some other exciting things. So as you can see, you're greeted by these two cute creatures right here at the front. You can also see that you can create a campaign here in Quest Portal. You can create a character. You can claim free scenarios. These are 2 Call of Cthulhu 7th edition scenarios. If you want to try that system out, there's great support for that on Quest Portal. And you can see our Discord server. So if you want to have a little chat with some cool people, then I recommend. Okay, so I've set up a little campaign here that actually a friend of ours, Rich from D&D Reincarnate, he has a cool website that he creates homebrew stories, and he makes a lot of art for D&D 5e, which I use in my personal campaign actually. And you should definitely go and support him. And this is actually going to be soon on Quest Portal, so I'm really excited about that. As you can see here, this is our kind of front screen. I am set here as the GM, and so I can see the GM characters. I've created some claimable characters here, and you can see that some of my players have made their own. For example, here Max has made their own character, so that's not claimable. So what are claimable characters? It basically means that these characters can be claimed as many times as they want. So technically 2 players could be the same character, but you just discuss that within your group. But this is like a way to, for example, let's say you're playing a game, I don't know, Mutant Year Zero perhaps, where you play different types of characters within your arc. You can create them here and then players could claim them depending on who they're supporting or something like that. Okay, let's have a little look at the session itself. I did remove the spoilers, so if you want to play, don't worry about it. Okay, we're in. So I'm going to quickly show you a few of the features that we have that are all free and you can just use on Quest Portal. I personally really love the design. I think the designers have done a great job, so it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll have a little quick walk around. So we have our scene bar here. We can create folders and you can put in, for example, handouts or maps. These also have variants, so you can choose. For example, for a map, maybe you don't want to show the players the map with the locations on, but when they've found all the things they're looking for, you can show that to them and make things a little bit easier. All of this you can obviously edit. You can just go up here and edit, or you can also just make your own. So we have scenes over here. You can look for a scene that you might want to use, or you can create it just by searching for some images. Let's see, I might want to add a Starlit Grove, why not? And I can select some music, 1940s office, that makes sense, and write some descriptions and save my scene. And now I have a brand new scene. You can see that we have some tools up here. For example, I would like to make this into a battle grid, please. There we go. Perfect. I can put my tokens on here, for example, my players. Let's get them sorted out. There we go. And you can see that they are in the size of the grid. I can also do some measurement here. I also might just want to hide a couple of things from my players, and we have a fog tool for that. You can see the player preview, and you can show them things and reveal stuff that you might want them to find. If it's deleted, I'll just reveal all. Now, what else do we have? You can see here that we have the chat right now. No one's here, so we have no one to talk to. But you can send gifts and have a chat while playing. All the roles that you do also show up in the chat. So you could be playing on your phone, or you could be just looking at the chat if you just want to join in with audio. These are our character sheets, or our universal character sheets. And that means that you can actually do your own editing here. And actually, we're launching this week, so you can do role buttons in the sheets. So I'm really excited for that feature. We have actually used this a lot here in-house. We play Death in Space once a week, and we really love using these for small dice pool systems. We also have Call of Cthulhu sheets that are, more built up, and I'll show you that later. Okay, next up is notes. So you can see here in private notes, this is for the GM. where they can see the information for the campaign. You can, as GM, also move things from the private notes into the campaign notes and share with your players. Also, what's handy is that you can right-click and make new windows out of these notes. So it makes it a little bit easier to run a campaign where you can see more things at once. The library. In the library, we have a couple of things for free. We have the Dungeons & Dragons 5e SRD. We have Forged in the Dark, which is the SRD for Blades in the Dark. And we also have the basic rules for Call of Cthulhu that you can play with. So definitely have a little look at that. I have the basic rules here, and if you want to go and play Blades in the Dark, I recommend it. My personal favorite feature. This is the dice formula builder that we have. And here you can kind of try to make formulas and build them up as complicated as you want. You can modify them and decide how to compare the roll. Yeah, this is great fun to play with. I'm a simple mind, so I just have some stats for my mouse in Mouse Reader. I can actually attack with my needle also. Yeah, so this is a neat little thing to play around with, especially if you play different types of games and you're having a hard time finding a VTT, then can support it. We are in the stages right now where we're really working on our character sheets, and it's going to be exciting next couple of months. You have your tokens here, as we looked at before. And actually down here, you can also roll. So maybe you just need to roll a quick roll. You can just do that from here. Nat 20. Oh, and a nat 1. Okay. All these rolls come up in the chat, like we said before. So that's perfect. Okay, whew. I think I have told you about everything that is free on Quest Portal and all the things that you need to play the game, feature-wise. And now I'm going to show you what you can get with Quest Portal Pro. And this is actually our AI assistant, but it's not just AI. We actually do talk to it and try to get it on the right track, because we all know that ChatGPT doesn't know everything. You can see here, actually, if you go into your campaign session, you can choose a system here that you want your assistant to read from. We have Call of Cthulhu, we have Dungeons & Dragons 5e, the SRD, we have Blades in the Dark SRD, and you can set just a custom system, so like a system agnostic setting. Okay, we can see that our system is set to 5e. I can then go to my assistant to see we have some questions that you can ask. Let's see, 5 ideas for a tavern. They might give us something pretty good. The Laughing Dragon. The Silver Heart. Okay. Whispering Willow. I like that one. Rusty Anchor. What is great is that it will tell you where in the SRD it's getting the information, so you can double check it. If you think the answer is really rubbish, then please just give it a thumbs down. Like we said, we are still talking to it and trying to teach its way. We always love to have a little bit of feedback. I'm going to just see, let's do a little traditional. What is magic missiles? Let's see if I spelled that. Missiles, first level, okay. So it will give me the casting time, the range, the components that I need for the spell, instantation. Okay. Let's see if it remembers to give me an extra force. Yeah. So I'm thinking okay, I want to be 100% sure that this is correct. Okay. It looks like it went straight into the magic missile spell. And I can kind of double check that everything is fine. Also, what I did want to show you is that what I love about the adventure that Rich has created is that he suggested some ways to make it your own. And that's kind of what got me really excited about having this at Quest Portal. So, for example, here, this is a suggestion that there's some kind of secrets in the town. It could be something that is revealed. I can then go and have a little chat with the assistant. I will create a new thread whenever I want to start something new where I don't want the assistant to have read the information above. So this is fine. And I'm going to say, please give me a secret in a swamp town. Let's see if we can come up with something fun. And I think what's nice about using assistant is that you don't need to have the assistant write everything for you. It can be more like a little buddy that you kind of bounce off ideas and just try to get your inspiration going. You don't have to fully rely on it. Let's see. In the heart of the marshlands, the isolated town of Morris Hollow harbors a chilling secret. Every full moon, the town's central pond, normally a source of fresh water, transforms into a mysterious portal. Okay, that's pretty epic. You might want to be on maybe a higher level, or maybe you'll just go into the Feywild or something. But this is fun, and this could be like an idea or a start of a new adventure or something like that. So that's what I really love about pairing this with the adventure from Ridge. You can kind of try to add a little bit of extra things to it. And yeah, so the assistant is useful for many things like that. Right. Also in Quest Portal Pro, we have avatar generator. So you can go here and we have a little feature here where you can choose, for example, a goblin, generate an avatar. And this is maybe something you could use for example, if you need a quick NPC, maybe a storekeep, or maybe some enemies. You just really quickly need something. Then it's handy. Oop, okay. Yeah, we got a couple of goblins here. Yeah. You can also create a token for them and you just save them to your sheet and there you go. Can be pretty quick, so it's a nice handy little feature. So really what I want to tell you about next is the Chaosium Core subscription that we have. And this is for people that love Chaosium. Right now we have Call of Cthulhu, so the core books of Call of Cthulhu. We also just added Cults of Cthulhu last week. And this is also connected to the assistant, so you can use a library link. So the assistant for Call of Cthulhu is directly telling us where things are in the library, just like we saw before for the 5e SRD. So yeah, let me show you a little bit the library. So I already have the subscription up. Like we said before, the basic rules of Call of Cthulhu is completely free for everyone to try out. And then this is here in my subscription. I have the Investigator Handbook, Keeper Rulebook, Monster of the Mythos, Deities, Grand Grimroar of Cthulhu Mythos Magic, and Cults of Cthulhu just came in. These two books are pretty famous. Some people say that you only need one to play, but why not have both, right? And you can see this like amazing artwork. What is really lovely about the library is that you can actually favorite sections. And so if there's something that you really want to remember, you can go in, favorite it, and you have this up here. And also you have a pretty good search function here. So let's just like search for combat. You can then see where they actually are getting their results from. So this can be really handy if you want to quickly find something. Here we are actually in the global library, but you can also get to these books in the session. So I'm going to show you one of the sessions here that we offer for free. Shouldn't be any spoilers here, really. There we go. And you can then go into the library here. And for example, players can go and see the basic rules for free. It's pretty helpful. You can also, if you have the Chaosium Core subscription, go and check out these books. Game Master or a Keeper, like we say in Call of Cthulhu, you might go and have a little look here and you can see, you can like favorite things here too. Maybe you want to run Call of Cthulhu from the library, or perhaps you want to run it from the notes section and the adventure. Up to you. Saying that, this is actually adventure or a scenario, like we would say in Call of Cthulhu, that you can play for free on Quest Portal. And we have some pre-generated characters here for players. And as you can see, actually, the character sheets look a little bit different from the universal sheets. You can roll here with regular, hard, or extreme. So this is the type of roll that they have in Call of Cthulhu. No, let's see. Okay, I think I did not succeed. Nope, I failed. And yeah, so definitely have a little look at that. I think the support for Call of Cthulhu is great. It just lends itself very well to theater of the mind, and I think this platform works really well for that. Yeah, so we put in a lot of effort into this. We actually went and found a lot of found photography from Boston in kind of 1920. We had to be a little bit flexible with the imagery. But yeah, so if you really love Call of Cthulhu, I recommend checking out the subscription model. We are hoping to add some other books from Chaosium. That would be RuneQuest and Pendragon. So that's on its way. I'm not going to promise a date, but it's on its way. Okay. What else do I have to show you? You know what I do want to show you is how the assistant actually works with Call of Cthulhu. Here we go. Greetings, mortal. The Quest Portal assistant for Call of Cthulhu. Great. Love the intro. Let's see What spells do fire damage? I really just want to show you here how well the library link works. We have quite a lot of information from Call of Cthulhu, and we have been talking to this assistant for a little bit longer than the other ones with the SRDs. So I really love that. And there can be a lot of information. So it's great that we can just find that quickly. Here we go. Spells in Cthulhu that deal fire damage. Cloak of Fire Dance, Melt Flask, and Death Spell. Okay. You're probably not going to see loads of spells in Call of Cthulhu, especially if you just started playing. But let's see. Fire Dance. There we go. That is from the Grand Grimoire of Cthulhu Mythos. So you can see the book where it comes from. And yeah, let's favorite that. So I think actually one thing to mention that's important is that we're super grateful for the people that have helped us along the way and are still helping us today. We have a great following on Discord, and we have our pioneers, and everybody's been helping us. So we're really grateful for all of you. Since I'm telling you about how amazing our community is, I'm gonna have to send a little message also to our developers and the people here in-house. Everybody's working really hard. There's been a lot of busy days the last few months, and we're actually going full force ahead. And there's going to be even more things to come in the new year or in the next couple of months. And yeah, we'll keep you updated. And perhaps this could be a little regular monthly thing to just tell you what's going on and the things that you can try out. And try out the platform. Tell us if you're playing any cool, simple dice pool systems, because I love it and I love chatting about it. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you. Bye.